We're going to have a look at this kit here, a little inbox preview of the HobbyBoss ME262 A-1a / U1 in 1/48 scale. These kits by HobbyBoss, like some of them just seem to have slipped through the cracks, and I think they're really excellent kits that constantly get overlooked by more expensive models that are out there, and this is one of them. This kit retails between the $20 to $30 Canadian mark, at least the time of the video anyways, and they do a whole series of these 262s in their various prototype stages, from the two-seater, the bomber with the glass nose, and the one with the, I think is a 45mm cannon that they had in the nose. Like really unique subjects, and the kits are excellent, but people don't seem to really talk about them much, so I figured I'd just show this one here. I may show the others in the future, but we'll start off with this one anyways. You can see the nice artwork here, and you'll notice that a couple of the gun ports here are closed up on this variation of the 262. And then here we got a blurb here about well, whatever the this variant is used for, and the subject on here. Of course, they don't show the bent cross there on the tail. And on the side, we can see it's kit number 80370, and more artwork on the side, and then the writing in Chinese or Mandarin. I'm not exactly sure what they use for their main language on here. So we'll have a look at what you get in the box. So we have the HobbyBoss instructions. They're always pretty good. Sometimes you'll find little errors here and there, but it's nothing you can't work around. It might just be the wrong number or something. But pretty extensive detail, and you can see the gun work here, how they've really emphasized the guns in the nose. Highly detailed. And I'll just flip through here, and even our missiles on there. Then we have, it looks like just one subject in the for the decals. I'm not sure if these are actual decals from a unit that use these, or if these are fictitious, like completely fictitious. You'd have to do more research. I'm sure there's a lot of info about this aircraft on the like various books and information on it, because it's obviously the 262 is a pretty popular aircraft. So we have that, and then going into our sprues, we have our little missiles here, the little guided missiles, and they are very, very detailed. You can see the riveting work on here, and the pylons for them specifically. They'll build out really nice. Then I'll show the glass. I opened it up. They protected it really nice here. And super clear glass. And it's molded crisp. Of course, the seam line doesn't matter, because that's the way the canopy actually is. This is like one of the clearest, like cleanest pieces of glass that I've seen in a kit, I think. So we'll put this back and go into we'll go right into the fuselages here. You can see how much detail is on them. There's raised bits, and recessed, and riveting. And also, it's like there's sort of an interior in here, like the framework is there. So I guess if you wanted to battle damage it, or put it in a like say after the war you had it in a yard and it was missing panels, you could detail out the inside, fully detailed right through. Same with the other side, and you've got a hatch here you can have open. High amount of detail in here. And this piece here, I'm not sure if this is unique to this aircraft or not. You've got the little ports for the cannons here, and the actual guns themselves. Those could be replaced by a brass piece. It might be worth investing in. Like, they're alright, but they could be stand out a little nicer with the actual turned piece. And then we'll have a look at the wings. The detail on here with the raised, and then you have some raised rivets and some recessed rivets. And the upper wings, you won't be positioning the flaps or anything like that, the ailerons. And the tails. And I'm not seeing much flash or any real cleanup on these parts either. I really don't care. Like, I'm glad they did it this way. You can see the gaps in here. Like, I'm glad they did it this way rather than us having to put the flaps in. If it saved them money or whatever, I'm perfectly fine with it. And here's your various holes that you will have to open for different weapon sets. And our engines, which I think it's nice that they don't have the opening engines. I kind of dislike it when they're open because not everybody wants the engines open. And it's easier to cut them open than to close them. So here's our various pieces. And then there's a massive nose weight here for the, it'll be like your landing gear bay, which is all white metal for a weight in the nose. And then we have our chutes here and the various doors for the nose. And I guess if you didn't want to use the weight, I guess you could just do it in plastic. Like if you were going to have this in flight or something, you don't have to use it. It's fully detailed inside those doors. Then here's where we got more options. You can see the way the cannons fit in here. And various different guns. I'm not sure what these are. They're all like, I think these are the 30mm guns, and these were like 30mm, the experimental ones. I can't really remember what they were called right now. But they have a high amount of detail. They're even multi-piece. You can see here. The like muzzle brake, the unique muzzle brake that's on those ones. They were the Mark 103s, and these were Mark 108s or something. And more of this, like the tub for the actual pilot, everything's in here. And you can see you're given a whole set of those, I believe they're Mark 108s, the 30mm cannons. So I'm thinking you can use the, I can't say for sure because I haven't built them out, but I would think you could convert this to a regular 262 by just adding these. And we have more of these pieces. Even the seat is pretty nicely done with the material on the back there. Here's our instruments. And the wheels. You've got several different kinds of wheels here. This would be the nose wheel, the smooth pattern and the later style. And our main wheels. Everything has a high amount of detail on it, especially considering the price. Now we've got a second piece of glass here, so I will open it up. It'll just take me a second. I'm not so sure about this. Why would we be given 2 pieces? Oh, so it looks like we're giving like an armored piece of glass. Like this is, I believe, a really thick armored piece, like from the to protect from the tail gunners on the B-17s and stuff. You put that over the. I think that's what that is. I don't think it's for like a bomber variant or anything. You put it over the glass. So we're given that anyways. And then we have a decal sheet, which I don't think I'm going to pull out of here. It's the typical HobbyBoss sheet. It's usable, but the bent crosses are like multi-piece, and you've got the instruments in here if you don't want to paint those out. They're there. You've got all your walkways and stencils. I would use this for stencils, and I would replace the crosses in the main decal. So that's the HobbyBoss ME262 A-1a U1. It's a great kit, highly underrated kit, especially at the price it's at. So I thought we could just have a look here, and other than that, thank you for watching.